worried I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
You're set. Great team. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming. And let's go.
Johnson running right. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Go.
On second down, it's Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Watson just beating the play clock. Completion left side to Miller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Good set. Like in the egg. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Time to go. Night, night. Time to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
He got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Undercross, undercross, undercross. At 59.
On 4th down, Watson. The hookup on the right side to Hopkins. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. On 3rd down, Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing. 55. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Look small. Mike, 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. 54.
On first down, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. All right.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's first and 10 at the 14. They give to Johnson going right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double time.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20, so get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium, and his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
31 yards there and a first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check. Here we go, 40.
Here's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. That good for 19 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Switch.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Trevor Daniel. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Austin, a nice little juke. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
He's coming. We got double up. And no time now.
To try again after the sack. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check. Crunch. Watch the safety creep. Check 50. Check 26. Check 29.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. This time they stay on the ground. Got some room at the 30. And he cuts it right sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, you got the best of both worlds. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They run again with Lawrence. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Watson. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 22.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson operating from the gun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, alert! Hey, 59! You got time.
Here's Watson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Austin's got it left side. 20. Down, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 43 yards.
Easy to say, mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Marr now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, what's that? Check, Mike. 54. 54.
Again, it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Back to throw, Watson. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty good pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Fells there to make the grab. And the Texans get a bit closer. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
They're not ready for this, man.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead.